The Masters has just finished. It was an absolutely incredible tournament. I know you guys probably absolutely loved it. It was so great to see Dustin Johnson win. But today we are talking about the Masters 2021, some early predictions. Now, it may seem quite early to start talking about these things because we've literally just finished the Masters in 2020, but it's only about 5 months away, Masters in 2021. So not as long as you're going to think. And Dustin Johnson, he gets to take that green jacket away with him for the next 5 months, but he is a little bit hard done by because Tiger Woods just got to keep his for a year and a half out of Augusta. For those of you who don't know, the Masters champion gets to take the green jacket away with them for that year, but then when they get back to Augusta for the previous Masters, that jacket is not allowed to leave the property again. So Dustin Johnson's only going to have about 5 months with it, whereas Tiger just had a year and a half. So early predictions for 2021. So if we go through the Masters leaderboard, we had Dustin Johnson, Cameron Smith, Sanjay Im, Justin Thomas, Dylan Fratelli, Rory McIlroy, CT Pan, John Ram, Brooks Koepka, Webb Simpson, Patrick Reed. Loads and loads of really, really big names there. But who do we think is going to do well in 2021? Well, first of all, let's talk about Tiger. Tiger had a great first round this year. I think Tiger was a little bit hard done by the fact that there was the weather delay, and therefore he had to make up more golf in a shorter period of time. Now for Tiger, that's never really going to be a good thing because of his back, his injuries. He needs longer recovery time, ideally in between rounds, and he said he was up at like 3 in the morning on the third day, I think it was, to play, and then didn't finish till 4 p.m. and was just absolutely in a bit of a wreck physically. So unfortunately, I think that didn't play into his hands. I think we could have seen him a lot closer to the lead if there wasn't that weather delay and he had kind of more of a traditional way of starting. So there were so many good signs this year to see Tiger. Obviously, there was that unfortunate moment on the 12th hole where he made that 10, but I wouldn't really read too much into that. I think he will come back and do well in 2021. But let's talk about some of the other players we think will do well. Dustin Johnson, obviously, he's just won it. I think he could do very well. I think he will come back, and if he kind of keeps this form up especially, he can come back and do really, really well. It's only 5 months away. He will have just won it. But we will be seeing a slightly different golf course, remember. It will be firmer, probably a little bit not as low scoring. So I think the course overall will play a bit harder, a little bit different. We could see some players up there who maybe struggled a bit this week, and we could see some players struggling who did quite well this week. It was good to see Cameron Smith playing well. Sanjay Im did amazingly well. I think it might have been his first time at the Masters, so incredible to see that. Rory had a great comeback from a very bad start. Good to see Brooks Koepka up there again. I would have to say, if I was to put money on it, I would go Dustin Johnson back-to-back Masters. I think he's just looking so strong at the moment. It's so difficult to bet against him. But let's remember that before lockdown and coronavirus and everything like that, Rory was playing very, very well. He was the most informed player in the world. And I think as things slowly start to get back to normal and we maybe have a bit more of a normal season next year, I think we could see Rory come back and do quite well. He's just had a great finish at the Masters, and yeah, I think he'd definitely be one to watch out for. I think Cameron Smith could do well again, Sanjay Im, but I maybe think it would be hard to go back to back after coming so close now and still being fairly early on in their careers. I think there would be more expectation on them, and we maybe could see them have a couple good rounds but kind of fall away as the pressure kind of builds up. John Ram, I think, will do well again. I think the Masters suits him, Augusta suits him, he's a field player. But let's talk about Bryson DeChambeau for a second. Obviously things didn't go very well for him this week. You know, he had all those tactics of being super aggressive, playing it as a par 67, and, you know, obviously it didn't go well. It didn't happen, he didn't win. But Augusta, in my eyes, kind of does suit him quite well if he plays well. He's said that he's basically never played well there. This year, obviously, he didn't play well. He didn't execute his plans well at all. But even in the build-up to this year, he said in previous years he's played it pretty badly, and he's never played well around there. He's never putted well around there, and obviously you need to putt well to win the Masters. And I think we could see Bryson come back in 2021 and do really, really well. I think he will have learnt a lot from this year. He had a lot of things that didn't go his way despite not playing well. He still made the cut, and that was good to see him kind of fighting for that. But I think actually we could see him come back, do quite well. They always say around Augusta that the more you play it, the more you learn. You can just keep playing it over and over again, keep learning new things, keep learning where to hit it, where not to hit it, how to get around the course. And I think that's something he definitely needs to look at, when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive, and I think he will come back and do very well. So those are my Masters predictions. Nothing groundbreaking there. Tiger, Dustin Johnson, Bryson, Rory, all these guys. If I had to place an outside bet on someone, I think Sanjay Im. He obviously just did well, but not a huge amount of people probably know him. It's kind of funny really, because he doesn't speak any English, but he plays on the PGA Tour, and he up until recently, he's been playing on the PGA Tour, and he doesn't actually own a house or anything, or have any residence in the US. So he basically goes around every single week with his family, his team, staying in hotels, just playing PGA Tour events, doesn't have any time off, doesn't have any breaks, and just goes around playing golf. I think it was amazing to see how well he did this year. I was not expecting it, and I definitely thought he would maybe fall off a little bit after the first few rounds, but fair play to him, he played very well, and he seems to just be such a good, consistent player. Nothing really phases him, it doesn't seem. He just enjoys playing golf, and that's what they were saying on commentary, that like for him, he's like a kid, he just enjoys golf. For him it's not work, it's just a hobby. So yeah, I mean, fair play. But those are my Masters predictions. Let me know, comment down below who you guys think will do well in 2021, who you want to see win, who you expect to see win, who you think maybe won't do so well. And as always guys, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Grip it and rip it.